Good morning. Let's take a minute of silence. Just sit straight and bring your attention to the center of the forehead. This is a little exercise which energizes us, and we can do this anytime during the day. Like we take a little break to drink water. It just takes a few seconds, but it energizes the body. Similarly, if we take a few seconds break in between all that we are doing and just energize the self, then we will remain energized throughout the day. And when we reach home in the evening, we're here. We're not here. Tired, fatigued, depleted. It's like a battery. The phone battery, we charge in the morning, we keep using during the day. So by the end of the day, the battery will be almost over. But nowadays, we carry the charger and we keep charging it during the day itself. So when you reach home in the evening, your phone is 100% charged. Similarly, it's important to keep this charged even by the end of the day. So let's do this little simple exercise. You can keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes closed, half closed, whatever is comfortable. But because you're going to do it at work, don't close your eyes because nobody's going to come to know what you're doing. It's just a little break to energize the self. And just visualize yourself here, a tiny point of light, the energy, which is the master of this body, the creator of every thought, feeling, emotion, word, and behavior. So gently visualize I, the being, the energy in the center of the forehead. I am a powerful being. I am calm and stable always. Irrespective of the situation, independent of the other person's behavior, I am calm and stable always. I understand people. I accept them. Compassion, respect, and empathy comes natural to me. My every interaction at work and with family, my every interaction is a smooth energy exchange. And every person who meets me is contented and energized. I am a powerful being. Thank you. So how much time did that take? Less than 1 minute. And what did we do? We just started programming the mind how to be. Living in a world where people believe stress is normal, anger is normal, agitation is normal. Each one of you is playing a role where constantly you're interacting with people. And people who will come with all kinds of emotions. But what is expected for us? How do we have to be with everyone? How do you need to be with everyone? How do you have to be with everyone? How do you have to be? One word for yourself. How do we have to be with everyone whom we are interacting with? Even it could be our own colleagues and of course the customer. So how do we need to be with everyone? Calm. Even if they are not calm. Right? So they can be irritable, they can be erratic, they can be aggressive, they can even be rude. All depends on what's their state of mind. But we are there to serve. So what is the energy of serving? The energy of serving is that we are there to give. We're always there to give our energy to them. We are not there only to do for them. One is the doing part, what we are going to do for them. But one is the being part. So the being is always there to give. So when someone meets you, what you do for them is what is expected from you. So there's nothing more than what was expected. This was expected from you that you are going to do them. And they'll be fine that you've been able to do what is needed. But if they experience from you a higher vibrational energy while they are interacting with you, an energy of calm which they cannot see, but they're going to feel. They won't know why, but they will feel nice after meeting you. They will feel very calm and comfortable after meeting you. And when will they feel that? When that's the energy that you are carrying. It's like the perfume. Any of you likes wearing perfume early morning? Yes? So who chooses that perfume? You. But who gets that fragrance? You choose the perfume, but everyone gets that fragrance. So we need to choose our perfume carefully. So like the perfume is a fragrance which everyone around me is going to get. So imagine if you use a perfume which is not very comfortable. So people will be like, I'm not liking this smell. I just need to keep a distance. Similarly, there's another perfume that we're using on a daily basis, and that's our energy field, our vibration. If someone is egoistic, manipulative, controlling, aggressive, they're carrying an energy field of that. You will be working with them, interacting with them, doing what needs to be done, but their energy field will not give a very comfortable feeling to people around them. So we will just finish our work and we'll say, okay, fine. Because it's not a comforting energy field. So what energy field would be comforting for us? If someone's carrying that energy field, it's very comforting. So what would be needed in that energy field? What vibrations, what emotions would be needed for us to feel comfortable with that person?
Calm.
Calm is one energy. Yes. Ego or humility? Humility. Ego is not comforting. Humility is comforting. Then aggression or peace? Controlling or allowing you to be the way you want to be? Every emotion is an energy field. Happy or sad? So no one will know what is the problem going on in your life. You're not even going to talk to people about your problems, but people can sense your vibrations. And in a profession which is all about interaction with people, see, if I'm in a profession where I'm only working with my computer, doesn't matter which perfume I'm using because only the computer is going to get the fragrance. Doesn't matter. So that stress only remains my stress. That anger only remains my anger. But in a profession where I have to constantly interact with people and where customer satisfaction is the key, there carrying a high vibrational energy is very important for two reasons. One, you are constantly interacting with another energy field. So when two people meet, both are energy, which means energy means what? All my emotions is my energy field. So two people are meeting, both their vibrations are interacting with each other. How many of you can feel vibrations of people? Can you feel? You say, no, I'm getting good vibrations from this person. I'm not getting good energy from this person. So every time two people will interact, the vibrations of two people are interacting with each other. So it's not just your vibrations reaching the customer, but it is also the customer's vibrations coming to you. So every 5 minutes, if you're going to meet a new person, so every 5 minutes you're exposed to another energy field. And there are all kinds of energy fields that will come to you during the day. Now we're living in a world where most people have accepted stress, anger, fear as normal. So majority of the people you will be meeting throughout the day would probably be carrying a perfume of stress, anger, fear. And you are exposed to that. every few minutes you are exposed to that emotion in the other person. So when two people meet, their vibrations are getting exposed. So every few minutes I'm meeting somebody who's carrying stress, fear, anger. They're happy, but then again something not right, again they're upset. So you are exposed to that vibration. If you don't keep your vibration higher, then just meeting people throughout the day can lower your energy field by the end of the day. Unless you're meeting people, all the people coming with very higher vibrational energy to you, then you will be higher by the end of the day. But if you're meeting people with the so-called normal energy of today's world, then you will be on a lower energy by the end of the day. Then you're not meeting them only one day, you're meeting daily. So it's like COVID. You are exposed to people carrying a virus daily. So the chances of me catching it, consuming it, and we won't come to know because it won't happen in one day, day after day, day after day, day after day. So one is the high pressure work. Second is the demands that are there from me. How I always need to be the perfect person. Right? We need to be perfect because we are there to serve the community. We need to be perfect. And third is the exposure to their vibrations. So all three put together, apart from other challenges, we also sometimes start experiencing stress and anger. Right? Wrong? Anyone here experiences stress? Yes? No? Don't know? Yes? And anyone experiences anger also? It's normal? Is it normal?
Very
So now visualize. Two people meeting each other. Here person is changing every few minutes, carrying those average normal vibrations of the world. You are exposed to that. You are doing nothing to protect yourself. What were we doing during COVID? There was a sheet in between. So meeting people, but there was a sheet in between. So that if they are carrying a virus, that virus only remains there, it doesn't come to you. But there's no sheet to protect from vibrations. That put that sheet in there, vibrations don't come to you. So one is that exposure, and second is your high pressure job, and third is the expectation to always keep them happy. Even if sometimes you may not be able to do what they want you to do, sometimes it may not happen immediately, but they are impatient because everyone's short of time today. So a lot of the irritability is only because of lack of time. So, and yet you have to be able to do your best. So there's a lot of pressure factor there. And when this is happening on a daily basis, we start believing that stress is normal. And then we allow ourselves to live with that stress. And then when we create that during the day, what goes home with us in the evening? So what goes now in our energy field back home, to family, to children? So what's going to go with us? So what was happening during COVID? Those who were having to go to work, they were exposed to the virus. And if they caught it, where will that virus go in the evening? It was going home to the family. So whether it is a physical health issue virus or whether it is an emotional virus, equation remains the same. You catch it during the day, you create it during the day, you carry it with you in the evening home. And who gets it from you in the evening? So you see how it's affecting the children. And now, because for the last couple of decades, the work life, everybody has started saying stress is normal. So 2-3 decades, everybody working was saying that. Now we can see the effect of that on children. So now the effect of that virus, which everyone was taking home every evening, is now showing in the children, with children saying stress is normal, but children also now saying I'm depressed. Not just depression as an illness, but first depression as a mood. I'm depressed. And then, of course, for some, it is radiating into depression as an illness. Addiction. lack of self-esteem. So all this now is a result of what we created for 2-3 decades, now visible in the children. Because it will take time, no? They're absorbing daily. And then if anybody had to say why children are going through so much, we say, oh, too much pressure, too much competition at school. That's never the reason. The reason is the vibration that they are getting from the adults around them, whether it's family or whether it's teachers, and then now, of course, peer. So if we want a happy family, everybody wants their family to be happy, we will have to go home happy in the evening. Happy means healthy mind. So we will have to go home at a higher vibrational energy in the evening. So it's actually a work culture where we take care that everyone's happy during the day. So happiness director, inspector, what do you call yourself? Happiness is not just about the customer being happy. More than the customer, it's important that the ones who are going to bathe in the organization throughout the day to be happy. Right? And if they are happy, then customer being happy will automatically happen. But we being happy and going, happy means higher energy. Happy doesn't mean we're excited jumping around for something. Happy just means we are calm, stable, a higher vibrational energy. Then you are carrying that higher vibrational energy home and you are empowering your family and you're energizing your children. So do we owe it to them? Do we owe it to them? If anyone has to say, why are you working so hard? You say, for my family. What do you want to give your family? Happiness. Then why is stress and depression increasing in every home if everybody is working for happiness of family? Because we thought the money we earn will give happiness to the family. Money doesn't give happiness. Money gives comfort. This sofa is bought with money. It's very comfortable. But it's not written over there, you sit on this and you will be happy. No object we use. No food we eat, no clothes we wear, no phone we use. No car we drive, no home we live. It can give comfort. It is physical and it is designed to make life physically comfortable. No one has written there that this is for emotional happiness. We are the ones who are believing, if I buy this, I will be happy. If I buy this, I will be happy. If I wear this, I will be happy. If I eat this, I will be happy. And in spite of buying, wearing, eating, everything, it's only increasing the stress. So can happiness be bought with money? Sure? Yes, no, don't know, sure, not sure. Can money buy happiness? No. So money can buy physical comfort. So when we go to buy, we have to buy with clarity. In fact, our addiction for buying for happiness is actually started affecting the planet. Now, why is all this happening? Because we're consuming so much resources from the planet. Now we buy a dress, it consumes so much from the planet. But after a few months, the dress is fine, nothing has happened to it. Now I'm bored of wearing this. And what will people say? I'm wearing the same dress every day. So I just keep it aside and I buy a new one. But when I buy the new one, I have consumed the resources from the planet. I want new shoes, I want new bags, I want new phone, I want new car. Buy new car, everything is working fine. But I'm bored of using that. So we started buying because we were bored. We had to buy because we need. So if we buy for necessity, the planet has a lot of resources. If we buy for desires and for happiness, it doesn't have and it started showing the sign. So the need of the hour is to shift back to a simplistic lifestyle if we want to protect the planet. But we have so much money now, so we said, I'm earning so I can go and buy. I can afford it. That's a fact. I can afford it. But not necessarily the planet can afford it anymore. Planet cannot afford it. Can you see changes in the climate?
Yes.
See changes in the climate? Have you studied and heard about all the scientists very concerned all over the planet? Which direction are we moving? All this is happening because of our desires. Just buy. How many of you have more clothes than the space in your cupboard? We don't need. So we are not buying for need, we are buying for happiness. Thinking that if I get, I will be happy. Happy cannot come from anything outside. Happiness is a state of mind. It is an emotion which I need to create irrespective of what the situation is. So buy for necessity and do your good karma for the planet. So the next time you go to a shop and you check a price tag, don't ask yourself, can I afford it? You will afford it. Just ask yourself, can the planet afford it? You say, no, I still have time. I'll buy 2 years later. I have enough right now. And we will be creating our good karma with the planet. Nature is going to go through upheaval. Nature is going to go through upheaval. So take care that you create a beautiful relationship with nature, with the 5 elements of nature, so that when it goes through upheaval, it will take care of you because you took care of it. It is a simple law of action and interaction. Take care. Take care of water, take care of plants, take care of everything. They will take care of you. So we don't buy for happiness. We create happiness. So happiness is a state of mind in response to every situation that's happening around us. Just put both your hands out and let's decide which emotions are normal. So I'll just say out the emotions. The ones you believe are normal, you put on the right hand side. The ones you believe is uncomfortable, you put it on the left hand side. Okay? And then you just say it aloud, left or right, which one you're putting on. And don't look at other people's hands. Every answer is correct. We are on a journey. We are going to see what we are creating. And if there's anything we need to change, we will change. Otherwise, everything else is perfect. So right hand is normal and left hand is uncomfortable. Stress. Just say it, left or right.
Left.
Stress?
Left.
Left? Anybody stressed right? Is stress comfortable? Does stress make you feel good? No. So that is left. Anything which is not comfortable, don't think of what the world is saying. World is calling stress normal. But do I feel normal when I'm stressed? No. Is my blood pressure normal when I'm stressed? No. Is my pulse normal when I'm stressed? No. So then how can stress be normal? If the body is even reacting to that emotion cannot be normal. So stress is left. Anger?
Yes.
Sure. So we shouldn't be using anger as a tool, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll do it a little faster and you just keep saying the answer. Happiness?
Right.
Irritation?
Yes.
Impatience?
Yes.
Peace and calm?
Right.
Comparison?
Yes.
Think. Comparison?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Self-respect?
Right.
Jealousy?
Yes.
No jealousy here at work? So we need to know that if I create these emotions, it's going to bring down my energy. So jealousy is left. Blessing people for doing well. Right. Competition?
Left.
Which one?
Left.
Competition.
Left.
Healthy competition. Okay, we'll keep that one on the side of the table to take it up. Opposite of competition is cooperation.
Right.
Competition is I have to go ahead of her. And if I always carry this energy that I have to go ahead of her, I will not like her moving ahead. If I don't like her moving ahead, it actually means I don't like the organization moving ahead. Because if any member in the organization is moving ahead, that means there's something good happening in the organization, right? Right? And if someone is stuck, so suppose I'm jealous of her and she's my competitor and she's stuck. Will I help her? And if I don't help her, am I doing right for the organization? No. I may probably happy in a little subtle manner. Good, she's stuck. Now I'll go ahead of her. So you're having a conflicting energy within the organization for that one organization which we want to take it to move forward. But when it is cooperation, it is I move ahead and I help you to move ahead with me. And if you and me both move ahead, then the organization goes. Competition always makes us live like in a race. How is the feeling while in a race? In a race, always in a race. We are on a journey, not in a race. Work hard, excel, do extremely well, and keep going ahead of yourself. This is my capacity. I will go ahead of this. I will go ahead of this. But if I aim to go ahead of other people, then they and me are never creating very comforting energy. It's very heavy energy because we're actually happy when they get stuck and we are not happy when they do well. And we are also ready to do something in a subtle manner so that they get stuck and slowed up. And everything is harmful for the organization. Fear. Opposite of fear, faith, confidence. Faith and confidence. Ego. Opposite, humility. Humility. So we work hard, we excel. But sometimes the higher we go in our achievements and professional ladder, ego starts. Ego is not a good perfume. People don't like it. What would be comfortable for people? Humility, simplicity, attachment, attachment, right? What all are we attached to? Huh? Attached to? To our thoughts. Huh? Attachment to? To mobile phone. Huh? If the mobile phone scratched, it gets hurt here. That's attachment. We are attached to people. We are attached to objects. We are attached to our own ideas also. My idea is right. We are attached to our role and position. With a lot of attachment. Opposite of attachment is love. Attachment makes us like this. And love makes us like this. Attachment creates expectations. Attachment creates hurt. Love creates acceptance. Love creates forgiveness. Love creates compassion and empathy. So they're completely two different set of emotions. So even with family, don't say I'm attached to you. Say I love you. The difference will be my emotion is not attached to your emotion. That is attachment. So if one gets angry, I will also get angry because I'm attached. But if I'm detached, you get angry, I'm stable, I empower you with my emotions. So now that we've created those two lists, this is on the left hand, this is on the right hand, and right hand is normal. So which one should we be living through the day? So anger is harmful. So what if you had to make your entire bank a no anger zone? How would it be? No? You want them to get angry?
No, I think it's extremely hard.
Extremely hard. You don't want your customers to be happy.
I would definitely want my customers.
So wouldn't it be nice to create a vibration in a place where you just enter and you feel nice, even if we have not been able to do what you wanted us to do? Happiness is not dependent on always being able to do something right for the other person. Happiness is an energy and an experience which they should feel just by coming into this space. And when they feel that happiness, then they are empathetic. And then they will say, you know what, I know you tried your best to help me today, but it didn't work. I understand. I'll meet you again next week. Because they will be understanding when you are happy. But if you walk in and it's a stressed environment, and I'm already walking in with stress, then my expectations go very high. I become very unreasonable and impractical. And I am here, you have to make me happy. Because I have not come happy. I'm dependent on you making me happy. And which you cannot do always. You cannot. And if you try to make them happy, you said they are not happy. So you have to have everybody happy. So, and most important is when you make your organization a no anger zone, it's like a no smoking zone, right? Earlier, people used to smoke in public places. And then somebody said, like, why are we harming each other by doing this? So everywhere they had nice posters put up that this is a no smoking zone. You want to smoke, you go outside, you smoke and you come back. Similarly, if we put up a no anger zone poster, then it's not only we don't get angry, it is the customer who walks in also cannot smoke. So they also will not be allowed to get angry. We say this bank is a no anger zone. You say what you want to say, but it has to be said with dignity. It is not just important to protect your customer from the people. We are living in times you need to protect your people from the customers. Because the customers are all getting because generally society is getting very agitated and irritable. And they become very demanding when they're coming into a service industry. Look at how people behave sometimes on the airport, in a hotel, because they say, oh, we are paying you. You will have to be the best for us. So they can be very demanding, agitated, very irritable. They feel they have the right to be rude because they know you are there to serve them. So actually, it's the other way around now. We want to protect our people from these vibrations of the customer. For them, it's a 5-minute interaction, but for them, it's an entire life. It's their entire life. So it's also to protect us from their energies, because the more it is good to serve, but it is not good to allow yourself to be humiliated repeatedly. It's not good for your own self-respect. Even though service industry is programmed in such a way that, okay, even if the other person is rude to you, you keep quiet, you smile. But then you are only going to smile from here. You're not smiling here. Look at the air hostess. They can shout at her and she will smile. But that doesn't mean she's happy. It just means she's suppressed her humiliation. She has suppressed her hurt. And over a period of time, will it not take a toll? Will it not take a toll? Yes. So why not create a culture where we expect the customer also to be behaving in a respectful manner? No one is doing a favor to anybody. No one is doing a favor to anyone. So if they expect respect and dignity from our side, then we also expect respect and dignity from your side. Then the two of us can come together and create magic. But if we say we are here to serve you, you behave however you want, we will still be nice to you, then somewhere it gives them the permission to keep on being rude to get their work done. The other day I was on a flight. You know why it's important, dignity in service? I was on a flight and there was this lady just shouting. A normal, typical, sometimes people do. And she thought she could shout at the air hostess and get her thing done. So the air hostess very respectfully, but just said to her, ma'am, when you are ready to talk to me in a respectful manner, I will take care of you. That lady shouted even louder because she was like, how can she talk to me like this? So she shouted even louder. That air hostess very respectfully again, she said, ma'am, I'm going back to my seat. When you feel like talking to me respectfully, just press the bell, I will be here. And she walked away. She walked away. And the lady was fine. She was quiet. So sometimes you allow people to exploit you, people will exploit you and exploit you and exploit you. So that balance, not to be rude, be very respectful, go out of the way to help them, do what is needed, but at the same time, not allow them to exploit us emotionally. Because otherwise, over a period of time, it will start taking a toll on us. They are one customer. For you, you are meeting 50 in a day. So if I meet her and she shouts at me or she screams and I just smile and I suppress my hurt, the next 20 customers I'm going to meet are not going to get very happy energy from me, even if I'm smiling here outside. So I'm not being fair to the rest of the people I'm going to meet. I'm not going to be fair to myself. And I'm not going to be fair to my family at the end of the day. Just because I allowed one person, one customer to behave in an erratic manner and I said, you are God, treat me however you want. That's not the truth. They also have to learn to be respectful and dignified. If we don't set that benchmark now, the next few years will become very difficult because people are getting only more and more. You see? So you will have to keep that parameter of right behavior expectation even from them. Only they cannot put an expectation from us. We also have to put an expectation from them in a very polite and dignified manner. Then we will be able to create a culture where everyone's happy. And only when everyone's happy, you have that right energy. They are only going to walk in 5 minutes and walk out. You have to live in that room 8-9 hours every single day. So nobody can just come, throw their dirt of frustration out there into your room and walk away. No, we have to keep that benchmark. So it's very nice. You try it out. We've done it in a lot of organizations in India. Then they've put nice posters everywhere. You are entering into a no anger zone. That's it. And people actually respect that. And if you put it just behind you, if somebody's reacting, just say, you know what, let's do it another way. They will have to learn. They will. Because sometimes people are frustrated because of something else, but they can't shout at their boss, so they'll come and shout at you. Because you are serving them. They will shout at you. So we are not those dustbins where people will just come and put all their emotional clutter that they created during the day. So it is also required to have respect and dignity from the customer, not just respect and dignity from the organization. But for that, to create that no anger zone, who will have to do it first? It will have to begin with us. So that will also keep our vibrations higher during the day. But because we consume their pain, we also react and it goes into a vicious cycle. Who is the cause of our anger? Who is the cause of our anger? So the first step to becoming emotionally strong. We're living a life where we are blaming other people and situations for our emotions. So if someone asks you, why are you stressed? You say work. Someone asks you, why are you angry? You say customer. You say, why are you hurt? My spouse. So for everything, I have someone where I can put a finger and say, I'm angry because of, I'm upset because of, I'm hurt because of, I'm happy because of. So we're living a life where we're saying all our emotions here are created by the outside world. So it's as if the world is carrying a remote control. Press a button and I will respond. So who's the creator of our emotions? Who's the creator of our emotions? I. So the first step to raise your vibration, stop saying I'm feeling like this because of. Situation was not right, true. Person was not right, true. But who created my anger? Who created my irritation? I. This will keep the power with you. But if you say I'm angry because of him, you are saying you have the power, press a button and I will react. I will react. So can we create this shift in our vocabulary? Right? Put the finger here. I'm angry because of. Situation was not right is the truth. But I'm angry because of. I created my anger. I created my irritation. I created my hurt. I create my happiness. So the power comes to me. So that is the first step. Shifting from emotional dependency to becoming emotionally independent. Now, when I know that I am creating the emotion, I have a choice which one to create. So here comes a customer or a colleague who's being rude, loud. Situation. Who's creating my irritation? Who's creating my irritation? I. Sometimes, there are some customers whom we know because they come often. And each time they behave in that typical manner. So when we just see them walking into the door, we said, oh, same irritating customer has come again. And we label the customer as irritating, which means I'm saying you have the power to create irritation in me. Nobody has that power. That same customer will go to your colleague and the colleague will handle the same customer with peace. So it's not the customer who is irritating or a second person who's irritating. I am creating the irritation in response to their behavior. So if I can create irritation, can I also respond to them with peace? Can I respond to the customer with peace even if they're not behaving right? Remote control is in my hand. Why should I respond to them with peace? Because I want to live peacefully and carry peace home in the evening. Not a favor to them, but I'm doing this for myself. The only difference is don't do it just externally peace, but internally. And how will I do it internally peace? I understand they're not being rude to me, they are just unhappy with themselves. Only unhappy people behave erratically. I was doing a program for nurses, they were all nurses. What's the cause of your stress? So I thought they would say long duty hours, night duty. They said, no, when the doctor gets angry. I said, only that is the cause of your stress? He said, yeah, that is the cause. Rest we can manage everything. I said, but patients get very erratic. And all. I said, no, we don't feel bad about them because they are not well now. So we don't feel bad about their behavior. So I said, they are also not well. Who is not well? I said, anybody who shouts at you is not well. So the next day, one nurse called me up. She said, this was very simple. Today, again, he shouted when he came into the surgery room because something was again not his way. And she said, earlier I would say, oh, I worked so hard. And there again, he's come and shouted at me. So I would feel bad. She said, today I created a thought, oh, he's not well this morning. She said, I was fine. I was fine. But the second line was very important. She said, you know what, then I had this thought, what can I do for him? Because he's not well right now. So that shifted from creating hurt to actually creating compassion for the other person, that the other person is not in the right frame of mind. But it protects us. So always remember, people will come with all their kinds of behaviors. I am the master of my mind. They can stand there, shout, scream, abuse, but they cannot enter into my mind and disturb me. Can people enter into your mind and disturb you? Can anyone enter into our mind and disturb us? No. We choose how to react to their behavior. And each time I'm going to choose a reaction which is a lower energy, it's not they, but it is I who's getting affected. I who's getting affected. So today, throughout the day, if you meet a colleague, a senior, or a client who's going to come and behave a little, just look at them and say, I understand. You're not happy. I radiate power to you. And you will be fine. Don't say it in words, in the thoughts. I radiate power to you. And when you stand there with that energy, you will not consume their lower energy, but your calm is actually going to start healing them. Because two people energy field, both can radiate. So why should I consume the negative? Why not I heal with my positive? Because for a customer, for you is a 2-3 minute, 4 minute interaction. If you get hurt and react, that person will walk away. Your emotion will remain with you for the next 2 hours. And who's going to get affected by that emotion? Your every next customer who comes. And who's getting affected by that emotion? I. Then who's getting affected that emotion? I'm taking it home with me in the evening. Is it fair just because of one person behaved wrongly today? Never. Never. So we shift from saying they did this, obviously I'll get hurt. No. They did this, they were not in the right space. I am fine, I am calm. And that's why that 1 minute exercise we do it multiple times in a day. You get even 20 seconds between one person leaves and the next person comes, just do 20 seconds. I am calm, I am stable, I am powerful, I radiate power. Finish, 10 seconds. It's like washing hands, it's COVID time. You meet someone, immediately wash your hand. If you don't, virus of one comes to you and from you goes to the next person. Same with vibration. You meet someone, you create hurt, virus comes to you, from you it goes to the next person, not their fault at all, and then most important goes home in the evening. So wash your hands in between for COVID and wash your mind in between for a person-to-person interaction. And how do I wash my mind? Just 3 thoughts. I'm powerful, I'm calm, I'm stable, I'm respectful, I radiate power to them. I understand they were in pain. Finished. The mind is fine. But if I don't say I understand they are in pain, I say they insulted me and that's it. My mind will go. People's behavior is not about me. People's behavior is about who they are. It's about who they are. You could make a big mistake and yet your client can say, I understand. You tried your best. It's okay. Everything will be fine. You do your best and yet the other person can be unreasonable and shout at you. It's not about you. It's about what state of mind they are in. And the same person can behave differently with you on 2 different days depending on how they have been feeling that day. So one day they can be most unreasonable, the other day they can be most caring. Because how was their mind during the day? So how people behave with us is not about us. It's about them. Similarly, if you get stressed and angry and you reach home in the evening and someone at home just says a word and you react, it's not about them. It's about the baggage I was carrying during the day, which I went and just threw it and dumped it on them. So it's never about us. It's about what the other person is feeling. Now it's up to us not to consume, but to radiate power and start healing people. The energy of your office will start changing. The energy of your bank will start changing. People will not know why they are liking coming there. There has to be one USP why people should come here and not go to another place. And that one USP is always the vibration. Even the food you eat, you go out to a restaurant and you eat, you will be eating that same food item with the identical recipe and ingredients, but 2 people make it a little differently. And you say, you know what, I prefer this one, and then you will go to that restaurant forever. Similarly, a bank is a bank everywhere. You trying your best, even other banks are trying their best. What is it that you have which another person is not working on? Is the vibration, the energy, the vibration of every individual and the vibration of the space where I have to enter. That should be the USP, especially when people are not taking care of that part of their life. So first homework, remote control of my mind is in my hand. And never say I'm feeling like this because of them. I'm creating this. And even if you've created anger or hurt, just take 10 seconds and change the thought. Don't start meeting the next person. Just take that little break of having a glass of water. Similarly, take that little break. Just sit back and say, I understand. They were disturbed. I tried my best. I'm a powerful soul. I radiate blessings to them. Now meet the next person. Wash your hand before meeting the next person. Take that 5 seconds. Don't say, I'm very busy, I cannot take 5 seconds. That 5 seconds is going to save a lot of time. But give the right energy to the next person. Don't be unfair. I felt bad because of you, and I'll give that hurt energy to everybody else who comes to me. That's not happiness. So one is personal responsibility. Second is creating the right emotion from the right hand side. Third now, simple lifestyle habits, how we can create these emotions in a very normal manner. Stress in physics is given by a simple formula. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. Work is pressure. Work is not stress. A client's behavior is pressure. It's not stress. Stress is pressure divided by resilience. Resilience means my inner resilience. Are the pressures going to increase in the coming time? Pressures will increase in the coming time. So if I don't take care, stress will also increase. So don't focus on how the pressure is increasing. Focus on how I can increase the resilience, the denominator. Simple lifestyle habits. First and most important lifestyle habit to create a strong inner resilience is deep sleep. Deep sleep. If I don't deep sleep, then my chances of getting irritable and angry the next day are much higher. Not long sleep, deep sleep. There's a difference between sleeping more and sleeping deep. How many hours do we need to sleep? How many hours do we need to sleep on a daily basis? And what's the time to go to sleep, the right time, healthy time to sleep? What's the right time to wake up? How many of you feel like sleeping a little more when you wake up? How many of you can doze off when you're doing nothing, like sitting on a flight or in the car? Huh? If I can doze off any time of the day, if I feel like sleeping a little more when I wake up, is a sign that I'm short of sleep. I'm sleep deprived. That's why I'm falling off to sleep. No. Like someday you're working throughout the night, you're short of sleep. Next day you can doze off. But when you've slept your 7-8 hours, why will you doze off the next day? It's because I slept, but I did not sleep deep. So we want to practice a little sleep hygiene so that I can start sleeping deep. And when you sleep deep, you don't need to sleep long. You need lesser number of hours. So when I start sleeping deep, I immediately get 1 or 2 extra hours in my 24-hour cycle. Immediately. I have extra time. So the first step for that is, what time do you go home from here? 5? No time?
5 to 7.
Between 5 to 7. No, it's okay. Immediately go home and have your dinner. Don't first eat, snack, and then have your dinner at 9:30, 10 in the night. That is not healthy for the mind. That's not healthy for the gut. That is what is creating most of the diseases today. We are having late dinners and heavy dinner, and then going to sleep, and then that digestion is happening during sleep. Digestion takes 2.5 hours. So I have to sleep 2.5 hours extra for digestion, and then the healing. 2 things happen during sleep: digestion and healing. If I finish the digestion when I'm awake, then I have to sleep only for healing. So if I have my dinner by 7 and if I go to sleep by 9:30, 10, digestion is already over. And I will not eat anything after 7 o'clock. Your gut will be clean, light, powerful. Now you just sleep and only energizing happens during the sleep. So experiment this. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Many people say, no, I will feel hungry after that. You will never feel hungry. You will not. And after a few days, it will become so comfortable for you that you will just never eat a late dinner. Late dinner actually affects quality of sleep. There's some other work going on inside, digestion of all that heavy food we ate. So ideally, dinner should be lighter and dinner should be early. That is going to be one reason to give me good sleep. Second is, are you able to disconnect from work once you're home? You don't have to work at home, right? There is work at home also? Is it compulsory or is it optional? Never work at home. Even if you have to work, you'll have to put a cutoff. See, the reason why we are sleep deprived, we are working till we are going to sleep. So I'm checking my emails, I'm talking on phone, I'm answering messages, I'm doing my work. And by 9:30, 10, I go to sleep. Where was the time to shut down all the files here? And so when we go to sleep, our mind is working in our sleep. So like I have to finish digestion of food before I sleep, I have to shut down all these files before I go to sleep so that in my sleep, I only sleep. I don't work. Ever experience there's something on your mind and you wake up in the morning and you have the answer? From where did the answer come? The answer was not there in the night on your mind. How did it come in the morning? Because the mind worked during the night to get that answer. The mind is working. So don't give the mind work before going to sleep. Even if you just check your phone, any emails, and you go to sleep. You say, oh, only 10 seconds. I only checked emails. You read the email in 10 seconds. Now your mind will work on that email in the night. And this doesn't increase efficiency. This lowers efficiency. Sleep deprived is the cause of major health issues. That's why when the doctors say diseases are lifestyle, sleep is one very big factor in that lifestyle. So keep a cut-off time. So after 8 o'clock, no work communication unless it's an emergency. We can wake up early and look at the same email. You wake up early, look at the same email, think about it, work on it. Don't look at it before going to sleep. Possible? Possible, not possible? All possible. Sleep deprived is leading to blood pressure issues, it's leading to diabetes, it's leading to cardiac, it's all leading to all these issues because energizing is not happening. And I wake up in the morning stressed. So cut off time from work. Either you decide it as an individual or you decide it as an organization. After this time, I was in an organization that day when there was 1,000 people there and their leader was sitting on the first row. And I said, disconnect from work at 8 o'clock. It was a financial investment organization, one of the top ones of the country in India. I said, disconnect from work at 8 o'clock. And everybody like, no, that's not possible. We are working with international markets, this, that, everything. You know, the leader, he got up, the head of the organization. He said, okay, done. And everybody's like, sir, no, not possible. And I mean, a leadership quality. He just looked at them and he said, we are doing it, it's decided. How we will do it, we will discuss later on. Full stop. He said, that's it. We are doing it, decided. If this is going to give you happiness and health, this will increase the productivity of the organization, we are doing it. How we will do it, we decide later on. But do what is right for you, because what is right for you is also what is right for the organization. Tired people coming to work in the morning, is not healthy for the organization. Nowadays, if you look on the road, people in the car can't make out whether they're going to work or returning from work. They look tired both the times. There's no difference on the face only because they've not slept right, because they were working. That era when we didn't have gadgets and we couldn't work after returning home, there was no cancer, there was no diabetes, there was no depression, there was no divorce. This is all happening because of work, and not sleeping right. So sleep is one. Second, disconnecting from work doesn't mean then connecting to all types of content and entertainment in the night before going to sleep. That's even more damaging than work. So it's better than that, go work in the night. But don't consume content which has ego, lust, greed, screaming, violence, terror, not even world news. Never consume the world news in the night before going to sleep. In that era where we didn't have phones and TVs and we just saw a horror movie, night show. Remember the sleep used to get affected? And you say, oh, I'm not going to watch these kind of movies in the night. We could make out that time because it used to be once in a while. Now we're watching them daily. So we're daily leading that kind of deep sleep. So don't consume negative content in the night. It will process in your subconscious during your sleep and it will make your consciousness of that quality. So content is our emotional diet. What we watch, read, listen is who we become. So if you draw a graph, since the time the world is flooded with content, is when maximum stress, depression, all this is increased. So practice content restriction. Do not consume content of the left-hand emotions. Automatically the left-hand emotions will start finishing off. Just before going to sleep, keep a little diary for yourself. Anyone didn't behave right with you, you didn't behave right with somebody, write out a nice line before going to sleep and heal that emotional wound. Forgive people, seek forgiveness, gratitude. Anyone I created judgmental thinking, somebody I was rude to, write it out. Not write what I did, write out the positive line for that. So that next morning you will be a different person with them. And most important, at least 10 minutes consume right-hand content before going to sleep. Possible to read a book? Possible to read a book before going to sleep, listen to an audio, study something which is positive content. Because if you consume even 10 minutes, then during your 6-7 hours, that right-hand content, those positive emotions are getting processed on your mind and also on your body. So it's not just healing the mind, it's healing the body. And the other content is not just creating discomfort there, it's creating discomfort here. So 10 minutes before you go to sleep. And then we'll write a set of affirmations right now, which you just repeat before going to sleep. Ready? You have something to write or type or record? Simple thoughts, because any thought created on a daily basis. Do you know power of affirmations? Any thought created on a daily basis will manifest and become a reality. Today we keep saying, I'm stressed, and stress increases. We change. We create only high vibrational thoughts before going to sleep. First thought, I am a powerful being. Powerful being means the remote control is in my hand. Nobody's behavior disturbs me. I am a powerful being. Second thought, I am calm and stable always. So what we want to be, we create the programming I am. I am calm and stable always. I am always happy. I'm always happy. I'm fearless. I'm confident. Especially in your role and position, I am untouched by people's energies. I only give power. I give power to them. I'm untouched by people's energy. I radiate power to them. Which means I don't absorb, I don't consume, I give. I'm untouched by people's energies. I radiate power to them. Each one who meets me is happy and contented. Each one I meet is happy and contented. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. In case anyone is going through any health issue, you write a separate affirmation for that. So, for example, if anyone has high blood pressure, then the affirmation will be, my blood pressure is normal, 120/80. We give the figure. That's only for anybody who has a health issue. For everybody else, my mind and body is perfect and healthy always. Diabetes, my sugar level is normal, give the figure. It's mind over matter. If your mind gives the right instruction, body starts responding. My every relationship stands on respect and trust. So this means not just professional and family and personal. My every relationship stands on respect and trust. Last one affirmation is about your career, so that you will have to write yourself. Whatever you want to achieve, what you want to do, where you want to reach in the next few months or a year, write, I have already reached, fill in the blank. I am already, fill in the blank, your role and position. I am earning, fill in the blank. Whatever goal you have, professional role, financial, you put that I have already achieved that. That's the method to create an affirmation. I have already achieved, I am earning, I'm on this role. In case there was any unpleasant interaction during the day, please forgive before going to sleep. So you can say, past is past, it's over, I forgive, I forget. Past is past, it's over, I forgive, I forget. And the last one, very important for everybody, but especially very important for you who have to meet people during the day. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. And while you say this, you create a white divine light circle around you. Big. This is like your Covishield, what was that called? PP kit. You wear that and you walk into the COVID ICU. COVID doesn't come to you. So you envelop yourself with a higher vibrational energy. Lower energies do not enter a higher energy space. So God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Draw that. While you're saying this, visualize yourself enveloped with a white light energy. Like a cocoon. No one's energy can enter this cocoon of higher energy. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. It's our protection shield. Okay, so that's it. So at any point of time, you should have 8 to 10 affirmations. If there's anything you want to manifest in your life, you can write it there. The vocabulary is I am. I already have. Okay? Now when to do these affirmations, most important time just before going to sleep. Your last thoughts before going to sleep should be your affirmation. Because subconscious will open, affirmation will go in, 6 to 7 hours that will work on your system. So best thing for the night, because the mind is already very cluttered, keep a diary next to your pillow, write it out before going to sleep. Will take less than 1 minute, but power is magical. Write out the affirmation. Don't type, write. Writing does a certain coding inside our subconscious. So write out your affirmation once before going to sleep and keep a diary next to your pillow with the date, write daily. In the morning, wake up with that thought. So while you're getting up, brushing your teeth, just keep saying, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I have great relationships, my life is perfect, everyone's nice to me. Just keep saying that. First morning thoughts are going to go into the subconscious. What you think in the morning is what's going to start happening during the day. So before going to sleep and first thing in the morning, these 2 times are most powerful for affirmations. 10 minutes before going to sleep, positive content. 10 minutes before you reach work, positive content. You can listen or read in the car, in the bus. You can play it while you are getting ready. But consume right-hand content. It is nutrition for the mind. Content is emotional diet. So please have a healthy diet before you come to work. It's the only way to build up your emotional immunity system, where you will be untouched by people's energy. So 1 in the night, once in the morning. And if you want to manifest it faster, then just say your affirmations just before your meal. Food absorbs energy. So like a little prayer, just say 4 or 5 of them. You look at your food and say, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I radiate power to everyone, my life is perfect. Now start eating. So food absorbs vibrations, and as is the vibration of the food, so is the state of the mind. Within 15-20 days, a month, you will start seeing that your affirmation is no more just an affirmation. It started becoming your personality. You will start seeing a change in yourself. And along with that, if you would like to learn meditation, which is a very, very powerful tool, that will keep you calm and stable throughout. So we have a center here, which is just about 5-10 minutes away. 10 minutes away from here? 20 minutes away from here. What's the area?
Westlands.
Westland. So there's a center there. Sister is here from the center. Sisters teach us meditation. We need to take out an hour for about 3-4 days. Any day, any time. And sisters teach us meditation. We learn it and then we practice it for a few minutes daily. And they're there to offer it as a service to community. There's never any cost attached to it. We can just take out time. All that we need to take out is time. There's no money angle to it. So please come and learn that meditation. It's a tool which everybody needs to have now. It's a tool which even children should have now. So if we start practicing it, family members benefit. We start practicing it, customers starts benefiting. We start practicing it, colleagues start seeing us as a different person because we change. So that's the power. So simple lifestyle changes which will start building that resilience. Stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience. And if you want to keep your mind lighter, I know it's a very big dietary shift, but you can experiment and see. Experiment with a vegetarian diet for a couple of months. It's lighter for the gut. And what is lighter for the gut is lighter for the mind. So once you experiment with it, you can at least make a slight shift in a diet. But animal-based diet is very heavy to digest. And so what's heavy for the gut is also heavy for the mind. And what's heavy for the mind is heavy for the gut. So the gut and the mind is connected. So integrate a little plant-based diet in your food. And if you experiment, you will be able to see a clear-cut difference between the two. So simple lifestyle habits to keep the mind healthy. And when the mind is healthy, the body will be healthy. Let's take 30 seconds of silence again. And you can do this every hour today. No one will come to know you're doing it. You're just sitting and bringing your attention here. Eyes are open. And you just remind yourself, I am a powerful being. I radiate power and happiness to each one I meet today. I am calm and stable with every behavior. I am calm and stable with every behavior. I am a powerful being. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. Every interaction is an energizing experience. My life is perfect. God's power and blessings is a divine circle of protection around me. Visualize that white light divine energy circle around you. No energy can enter into this. It's my protection shield. Thank you. Om Shanti. Shukriya.